Hey guys, welcome back, and I'm gonna show you what we're working on today. We're working on the yard dart, of course, you know, engines in it and all that fun stuff, but I'm making some parts work. So I got our header flanges here. I cleaned up the top side real good, degreased it, and what I'm doing is, let me show you on this one. This one's already done. I had to go get more argon from a TIG welder, but I TIG welded the nuts on there and I sprayed oil all over it so that way, you know, it keeps it from rusting right now. But yeah, so we're just getting those welded on so that way when this is welded to the header, you know, we can just ram our bolts up in there and not have to worry about, you know, holding a nut on, because it's real tight in there. So this one, he's getting ready to be TIG welded. I went and got more argon, got some more TIG rod for steel, and for the girlfriend left, I had her sand the headers down, and I just painted them white, as all headers should be. And of course, everything on a car like this has got to be as gaudy as possible. But how we're going to have to do the flanges is, I tried test fitting the headers without the flanges on it, the header collector flanges, and there's no way for them to fit, so you have to slip the flange on after the headers are installed, and they get in there with a MIG gun somehow and tack weld them on. So there's a piece of tape on each end, so that way that stays nice and clean. But that's what's going on, just trying to get as much done as possible. So those are all white, drying right now, and I'm gonna get to work TIG welding this last flange together so that way it can cool down just like this one. This one's finally, you can touch it. So that's what I'm working on. I'm gonna get to work, guys. All right, guys, so there you go. Going down, you saw me spray it down with oil. So real pretty looking, kind of got a nice beautiful rainbow texture to it. Welds look awesome. And there's an ant. Check out that ant. And he's like, man, I don't want to go near that thing. That thing feels hot. Yep, we're gonna let that cool down. Headers are looking great. Those just need to dry for a day or so, just to make sure they're nice and strong. And we might take the little MAP gas torches, preheat them, so that way maybe we get a little bit of a cycle in them, so that way they're not so weak. But that Eastwood TIG welder is a monster of a machine for the money. I'm glad I bought that thing. Not sponsored by Eastwood still. It'd be cool if it was. Because we got their MiG 175 over there. Both are phenomenal machines for the money. Can't beat it. But that's what's going on. So let you guys know when we get to the next part. Oh, yeah, I'll let you know. Hey guys, welcome back. Jet's got here, and we just got back from Napa, our local Napa store, and we got some lines made. Kind of overkill for what we need, but I just don't trust barb fittings with hoses for anything. I think it looks like crap, and I just don't like it. So we got some real good lines. We got some 45 swivels, some 90 swivels to adapt all this stuff. I ended up taking the barb fittings out of here, and I was like, huh, because it'd be nicer if we could just put the fittings here, and it had these Allen head plugs, so I just moved them. So now this will be coming straight out with a 45-degree swivel towards the oil pan, and this will have 90s, so everything should work out. So I'm going to get all this stuff bolted up, get all these lines ran, because then I can start worrying about the headers, getting those mounted, which, by the way, have been my mail. I took the torch, ran them through some heat cycles, got them to 300 degrees or so, and ran them through there, so they should be pretty good to go. And whatnot, we just also got a package from Rock Auto, including our reconditioned alternator from Delco Remy shoe. Nice Chevrolet reconditioned alternator. Look at that, it looks kind of like crap in there. Oh well, but it's a correct style, single field. We got a voltage regulator in there, transmission mount, and the guys out at Clay & Sons in Catawassa, Missouri, they hooked me up with all the parts I was missing, including that vertical support for the grill and a transmission mount for the early A, which are special. That was like 80 bucks, and I can't thank them enough. They're super cool Mopar people. If you need parts, give them a holler. They didn't cut me any deals. Napa didn't cut me any deals, but people who do nice work, I believe they should get free advertising. You know, my buddy Scott at Napa, real nice. Let me come back and did all these lines for me. They look beautiful. They should work great. It's the same kind of stuff that's on Jezebel, and it works, and it'll last forever. So let's get to work. Now we're good. Alright guys, so we got the oil lines on, everything's all buttoned up down there. Now we're going to do the job in which I'm not looking forward to, which is the header installation. Washed my hands twice. I had decided I'm not going to try and wear rubber gloves. These two bolt holes right here are connected to water jackets, but I went ahead and Teflon taped every single bolt just because. We're going to put some red RTV on the back of the copper gasket, as my machinist said would be a good idea, just to make sure it doesn't leak. And we're going to get that all slathered up, and then we are going to start the installation, and you guys are going to be in speedy footage because there's probably going to be a lot of cussing. So enjoy as I suffer. Well, we got that header on, and believe it or not, that was not that bad. Of course, this is the easy side. I don't know how I'm going to weld that flange on, but and we'll get to that when we get to it. Now we get to do the fun side, which I told Dad he can do, but I think I'll just get it done, which is this side, because you got the steering, you got the master cylinder, you got pretty much everything in your way on this side. So I think we're going to get to work on this. And I just got done talking to my buddy Corey. Corey, thank you, brother, for calling me and reaching out. He's going to be building a 451 stroker for his Dart, and I think I got him talked into doing videos on it. So when that comes to light, when he gets doing to that, we're gonna try and get some of you guys to go over and check it out, because I think it's gonna be pretty cool. So we're gonna get to work, guys. Corey, you're awesome. Thank you for reaching out to me, brother. It's fun talking to you, but time to get back to work. The headers on, and it really wasn't that bad, other than that back bolt right there, which had very few threads left in it. The first couple of threads were all ate up, and the ARP bolts were too short, so I was going to use one of the other GM bolts I cut, and well, it ate the rest of the threads, so I had to get a normal 6-point bolt, and it just barely fit in there. Jammed it full of silicone and whatnot, and hopefully it seals up. If not, well, I'm just going to pretend like it don't leak. But got those on, but we're getting ready to put on Leanna's Super Commando valve cover she did for me. So no longer will these ugly bastards disgrace my Dart. Get those out of here, and let's put those beautiful things on. By the way, don't kick a valve cover with your foot. My foot hurts. All right, PSA's over. Let's get these bad boys on. Alright guys, just want to show you, that's my little wrench I had to cut down. I'm going to probably TIG weld him back together, man, because I think I want to. Might be kind of cool. But we got everything on. I even ran spark plug wires and all that fun stuff. I am a huge stickler on spark plug wires and making them look nice. And it's funny, I bought these clips and they must be made for 7mm wires, which would be stock, makes sense, because these are 8.5s. They don't fit worth a crap, but a little force. They work. But yeah, pretty happy with everything. Trimmed up these sleeves. I decided to go ahead and keep these on here. I was going to use them for Jezebel's engine, but we'll get some more. We got some plug wires back there we got to get figured out, routed nicely. But I'm pretty happy with the overall look of everything. Everything's looking pretty dang nice. I'm going to take a picture here in a little bit, send it to Leanna, so that way she can see how her beautiful valve covers look on this beautiful engine. Very happy. very happy with everything. And again, you guys need amazing powder coating work done. I mean, phenomenal. Phoenix Specialty Coatings is the people to see. And again, not sponsored really, just really good friends, really good folks who do excellent work. These things have been sitting around in the garage unprotected, and they're just beautiful. They're dusty, but they're better than the whole car really. But I'm very happy with everything so far. It's coming together. And I realized I got these nice valve covers on, but I still got to pull the master cylinder off and redo all that when Dad's got wiring, and Dad's kind of clumsy, so we're probably going to get a couple scrapes, but they should powder coated, they should be strong. And if we get a little nick, I guess that's that, but I really hope it don't happen. And all of our oil lines are ran real nice and sanitary. May not even need to brace them with anything, but we might just put a couple clamps in there just to keep them secured and not rattling around, but try to keep everything as symmetrical as possible so that way it looks nice. It's coming together. And I realized I still got to weld flanges on the bottom of these headers. That's gonna be so much fun. So much freaking fun. You guys don't even know. But it's coming together, that's for sure. All right guys, welcome back to another day of exciting adventuring and wrenching. I don't remember if I showed you this, but she's coming together real fast. All lines are all down, blah 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 blah. There you go. And sorry if I appear rushed, but Chuck, one of the viewers on the channel, called me and killed my motivation. So I just got done getting cleaned up because I smelled like a sweaty ball sack, and it's bad enough when you smell yourself and like, damn, I don't want to smell that. So now I'm cleaned up. I don't smell like that. But we got some parts from Clay & Sons out at Catawassa, Missouri. Big Mopar salvage yard. They hooked us up. Early A-body cross member. You see that? Early A-body. According to Chuck, they ran a single 3-inch exhaust, which is kind of cool. That's why only one side's like this, because it's where the exhaust would run. But we're gonna, he offered me a cross member, but I'm just gonna make my own. No offense, Chuck, I want yours. That'd make it a lot easier, but I got this one, so I ain't got time to wait. So we're gonna do what he did. We're gonna cut this down like that, more or less, and then we're gonna box that in so we can run duals. We got our tranny mount from Rock Auto, and we got a huge problem with that. It don't fit. So I ordered another one from, say, our local O'Reilly. Should be here in a couple hours. But I'm gonna do an experiment, and I'm gonna cut these big angle parts off that don't really look like they need to be there, and see if it'll fit then. If that don't work, then hopefully O'Reilly sends me the right one. And from Clay & Sons, they sent me the vertical support for the hood latch, which I'm going to get cleaned up. They also sent me the striker, which I didn't expect, but very cool. I appreciate what they do. Link is in the description for their phone number and stuff. Give them a call if you need Mopar parts. Giant Mopar Salvage Yard, Missouri. But we're going to get that cleaned up, get it put in, so that way our hood will actually properly latch. We're going to modify this, see if it'll fit. If it doesn't, then oh well, we'll wait for the next one. Hopefully it's the right one. But I am going to start cutting on this and modifying this to run dual exhaust. So that's what we're doing today, guys. Alright guys, here's the word on it. See how much we've removed? Looks like the tranny mount that's in the picture on the box and the part number and what it's supposed to look like, but we got a problem still. So in order to fit it, you have to orient it right, which is actually the opposite of how you would think it would go. So it sits in there now. However, our bolt's off. So I think we're going to hope and pray that O'Reilly Auto Parts can come through and send us the right tranny mount, because, well, this ain't gonna work. I had it in the other way a little bit ago and it still didn't line up. So yeah, hopefully they give us the right one. We're gonna hold off on doing anything with this because we want to make sure we get a tranny mount that'll fit in there before we start cutting it up and modifying it, because it might move around a little bit when we weld it. So we are going to instead focus on getting this piece cleaned up and mounted, and that's what we're gonna do. Well guys, O'Reilly's came through. That's the correct mount. And the other one, I don't know how that got in the box, but it's junk. I got my cross member test fitted. It fits fine. We're gonna have to rock without this butthole, because bolt hole, because that's where the tranny cross member was cut out. And I guess my piece I added in there was a little too, it's more like here instead of being here, but it's fine. You don't really need that bolt. I mean, we're gonna have 3 out of the 4, and these are pretty good sized bolts, so we ain't gotta worry about that. But right now we're gonna get the marker out and we're gonna see about chopping this thing up. I think we're gonna follow this line, come up, and just hit the top of that, and then come back around down to there. And with this chunk out, we're gonna try and just flip it, put it up inside there, weld it back in, and then we'll have a dual exhaust system we can run instead of having to do a single. There's nothing really wrong with a single, especially when it's 3-inch from the factory, but we want an X-Piper. We want to do dual exhaust out of the sides, like Trans Am racy, like everything else we got. So I'm gonna get to work and set you guys up. So the dream here would be for this to be a nice, beautiful, curvaceous line to match the other side, but it's not going to be. It's probably going to be, something kind of like that, except straight. I'm gonna follow that curve, and we're just gonna like come down and try and make it roundy so that way it matches. That's probably what it's gonna look like. Nope. Hold my pen apart. Alright guys, so we got it chopped off. See, there's our piece. We got it all cleaned up. I know it don't look very clean, but and there's our 2 pieces. They got to be spread apart like that to clear where our brace is. But whole idea here now is we're going to go ahead and weld this piece in just as it is, but upside down, and that'll tie that back together like it's supposed to be. And then we'll come in with the grinder, cut these pieces off, these upper ears, and then we can cut these sections and then patch up here, and then we'll have a complete cross member again, but one that will clear dual exhaust. That's what I'm gonna get to doing. Okay, I lied. I went in and cut the pieces off, figured it'd be easier. All right, let's get to work. Guys, I gotta say something. It's so weird welding on my actual welding table for once instead of over on the bench or outside or anywhere else. I don't think I've used this welding table as a welding table in like 80 years. All right, what do you guys think? It's welded on each side and a full burn on the inside, each side. So, any comments out there about this thing being weak again? I don't want to hear it. We still got to fix this though. We need that to be boxed in, so I'm gonna get to work on. Alright guys, so I just threw a quick coat of black paint on it. Just wanted to show you how it turned out. Yeah, it's not factory as much as I'd like. And we had that one big old ugly weld I showed you right there. A little bit of crap happened there with the welder, but every other weld was pretty dang nice until I painted them. But I'm pretty happy with it. Real happy with how everything laid down. Got some runs in the paint, but I just laid it on quick and thick. I'm gonna go sit out in the sun so that way it can dry. And now we ain't got to worry about whether or not we can run dual exhaust. Now we know we can, at least hopefully I put the cuts in the right way. But I'm gonna let this dry, and then hold the camera right, and then I'll turn you guys back on once we get ready to mount it. Sorry if I'm like rushed in this section of the video, but I just want to get stuff done. I want to get this transmission mounted because I really want to hear this engine fire up in the car ASAP. Hey guys, welcome to the underbelly of the Dart, the ugliest part of the car right now. And you see there's where we welded in that brace, and we had to widen the cross member just to clear that. But we're going to get the tranny mount put on, and then we're going to get the actual cross member put in. So enjoy guys. So guess what guys? Nobody told me the frame on an early A, at least the tranny cross member itself, is made for a single exhaust flow. Look at that. So it looks like all that work we did to the cross member is for nothing. So I'm gonna go cut all that work out, and I'm just gonna mount without that freaking brace in there because I am just overworking on this car. And the transmission I got from my buddy, Got a frickin' freeze plug where the speedometer goes. What the fuck, Daniel? Alright guys, let it be a lesson. Never fully weld something until you are for sure it'll fit, no matter your confidence level or how many pictures of other conversions you've done. I've looked at like 4 or 5 pictures and they all look identical to mine, but apparently people just do it and they don't use them. Because yeah, so as you can see, we don't get that bolt hole. Ain't no big deal. But we had to cut all that back out, and what it looks like is you're not gonna get a full, you know, branch. You're only gonna get about yay much in there. I mean, it's not gonna be very much unless you built it back out, and that's the only way you'll be able to run dual exhaust, or you'll only be able to run single pretty much. So looks like we're gonna take this, bring it down here, and you know, just merge all this together as much as possible, because yeah, there ain't no, I ain't chopping this up, so I guess we'll just do what we can. All right guys, we're back under here. I'm done with the cross member. I put some tape over it, figured out where it would clear. I test fitted it, it works. It is nowhere near as pretty as it used to be. That's in fact to cut the section I chopped out of it, and it wasn't long enough, so I had to add a little bit there, but it has got some big, thick monster welds everywhere. So it's just as strong. Well, to be honest with you, it's probably nowhere near as strong as it used to be, but you know what? There was no returning it back to stock, which honestly, at this point, I wish I would have never modified it, but the mount's in. We're gonna get this baby put in now. Boy, oh boy, look at that. Okay. What the hell are we getting now? Oh, you're shitting me. All right, guys. So it's Sunday now. The last day you saw me was Friday, working on the car, working on that tranny cross member. It rained literally all day Saturday, so didn't get anything done. Had some stuff I had to go do with the girlfriend. So I just want to show you what we got done today, because it's been hard work all day long and just wanted to get things done. I apologize, but sometimes you just gotta, you know, work and just get shit done and not worry about filming, and I apologize, but you guys will understand the amount of work we went through to get stuff done. So let's show you what we got done. Let's start off with, this is the thing we just literally got finished. Radiator's mounted. Had to drill new holes. It's mounted with 6 bolts, and normally they're mounted with 4. So it's in there strong. The fan clears the belt. Let's see, how close are we? We got a little over a finger's width, so that'll be fine. Found out this radiator hose will work, this upper one, which I thought it wouldn't, but looks nice. Of course, you all know how the engine looks. Hood shut's nice. Now let me show you the real debacle that happened. Let me just, bam. Billy, I don't want to hear it. Billy was right. So as you can see, none of that is supposed to be there. And if you look at the front of it, it's all cut away. So in order to fit a 727 in this early A body, we had to cut the crap out of this stock cross member. And yeah, by the way, couldn't get a bolt there because where I added that support just wasn't gonna work. So 3 bolts is more than enough for these. Really, you only need 2. Even got the stud there. So I had that mount I was trying to make work. I even spaced it down, nothing would work. And Billy, you did make a good point over the phone. Why modify it for a transmission mount that I don't even know what it goes to? So we made it work with the stock, like later A body mount, and that's what had to be done. We had to add all that metal. And wow, that was a lot of work. That's like version 2. So it's all boxed in, welded up really good, real strong. So that's pretty much what we did all day, was try and get the transmission mounted in there. And as you can see, there's no more jack. So that's done. And another thing, so part of the problem we were having was the cross member, stay on, damn it, it was hitting right where the speedometer would go, or the speedometer drive. You see how close it is, and that flange was hitting right there. And so it's kind of a good thing. Daniel's got a freeze plug in there, the guy got the transmission from for his race car. But yeah, so got all that, and I found the speedometer cable for the dart, and it's broken, which I'm just not going to run the speedometer because, for one, this transmission's full of fluid, and that deep pan holds a lot of fluid. So we're just going to leave that freeze plug in there, block it off, and we're just going to run a GPS speedometer, mainly because I really don't want to drain the transmission, nor do I want to dick with trying to take that out, and hopefully this thing is still good on the inside. So that's what we're going to go with. There's a bird. He just flew off. Little bird. There's Jezebel. So that's really what we did all freaking day. So now that we're out of the dart, let me just show you what Dad picked up the other day. We were on Facebook Marketplace, and that bad boy showed up. Eastwood Versa Cut Plasma Cutter 40. It ain't the big one, but it was $275. Came with extra tips and stuff. These things are like $600 new, and that thing was a lifesaver. See, these are all my plates, my spacer plates I had made, and even with all these, it still wasn't enough to clear with the other mount. So yeah, this is heavy, but thank God we have this baby now. Less than half the price of new, and it works great. Another Eastwood product that I love. It'd be kind of cool if Eastwood sponsored me, because we got their plasma cutter, their TIG, their MIG. I like Eastwood's products. I don't care what anybody says. I like their products. I ain't had any issues so far. Knock on wood. Real wood here. There we go. Okay, so now we're good. All right, so that's what we've been doing. Just want to thank you guys for watching, putting up with some of the bull crap and some of the drama and blah 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 blah. Anyways, so if you like this video, I'd really appreciate it if you left a comment, liked, you know, shared the video, maybe even subscribe if you're new. But if you don't, that's fine. It's no big deal. But as always, guys, thank you for watching. I am going to go inside, relax, eat dinner, and not worry about that damn transmission cross member anymore, because it's in there for good. So you guys take care, and hope to see you in the next one. Jet Scott signing off. Bye-bye. Now just hang on a daggone second. You can't end this video without some 273 revving action. Alright, just filled her full of water. Let's fire up at the key. Pretty happy with that. What do you... Okay, now we can end the video. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.